Just tell me what's happening to me in plain English without the mumbo jumbo.
Why is arrogance one of our worst enemies? Arrogance is an attitude of superiority and self-importance that can lead to many negative consequences. It is a sign of insecurity and an inability to accept criticism. Arrogance can cause people to become overly confident in their own abilities and fail to recognize their own weaknesses. This can lead to poor decision-making and a lack of humility. Arrogance can also be damaging to relationships. People who are arrogant are often unaware of the feelings of those around them and fail to recognize the importance of compromise and teamwork. This can lead to strained relationships and a lack of trust. Arrogance can also lead to a lack of respect for others, which can be damaging to both personal and professional relationships. It can also lead to a lack of empathy and a lack of understanding for other people's perspectives. Ultimately, arrogance is your worst enemy because it can lead to a lack of success in both personal and professional relationships.
You are now tuned in to the Network of Awareness.
Welcome to the Network of Awareness, the podcast that delves deep into the wonders of the human experience. We're your guides on this intellectual journey, where curiosity knows no bounds. Join us as we unravel the complexities of human relationships, dissect the intricacies of society and culture, and explore the mysteries of spirituality, social sciences, and philosophy. But that's not all. We're not afraid to shine a light on so-called conspiracies that are more than just theories. Through the power of authentic conversations, we're on a quest for knowledge, seeking to understand the world around us and the essence of the human spirit. So whether you're in search of wisdom, craving insightful perspectives, or just eager for a fresh take on life's most intriguing subjects, our network has something for everyone. Get ready to be inspired, enlightened, and empowered as we share messages of truth. One podcast episode at a time. Stay tuned for thought-provoking discussions that challenge the status quo and encourage personal growth and understanding. Prepare yourself for a journey that transcends the ordinary, where each episode promises to be a beacon of insight and revelation. This is the Network of Awareness, where the pursuit of knowledge meets the power of authentic conversation. Welcome aboard, and let's embark on this intellectual adventure together. Let's go, people.
My aura is a network full of awareness and gifts like ORRA the Informationalist, the Informationalist, the Informationalist, the Informationalist, the Informationalist, the
Peace and greetings, fellow truth seekers and avid listeners. Welcome to this profound exploration of a topic that resonates with us all, the treacherous territory of arrogance. Today, in our installment of the Self-Awareness series, episode titled, The Perilous Path of Arrogance, I will explain and dissect the layers of this attitude of superiority and self-importance that, unbeknownst to many, serves as a silent saboteur on the journey to success. Arrogance, in its essence, is more than a mere attitude. It is a perilous mindset that, if left unchecked, can wreak havoc on our personal and professional lives. It often wears the deceptive mask of confidence, but beneath its surface lies a maze of insecurities and an inability to accept criticism. Let's take off on this introspective journey, unraveling the twisted web of arrogance by understanding its origins and unveiling the far-reaching consequences that make it our worst enemy. Shall we? Arrogance. Let's delve into the roots of it. Like a noxious weed, finds its roots in the fertile soil of insecurity. It often emerges as a defense mechanism, a shield against the vulnerability that comes with acknowledging our imperfections. The inability to accept constructive criticism becomes a cornerstone of arrogance, creating a self-constructed fortress that shields individuals from self-improvement. As we delve into the roots of arrogance, we find a paradox, an overcompensation for one's perceived shortcomings. In turn, blinds us to our own weaknesses. The more we strive to appear invincible, the more fragile our foundation becomes. The pitfalls of overconfidence. Arrogance leads its victims down the perilous path of overconfidence. The false sense of superiority can make individuals believe that they're infallible, immune to failure. This dangerous mindset clouds judgment and fosters a disconnect from reality. In the quest to prove oneself, the arrogant individual may make decisions driven by ego rather than sound reasoning. The insidious nature of overconfidence lies in its ability to hinder personal growth. A refusal to acknowledge one's own limitations becomes a stumbling block, preventing the acquisition of new skills and knowledge. And in the end, the overconfident find themselves standing on a shaky pedestal of their own making. Now let's get into arrogance in relationships. Now here does the destructive force of arrogance manifest more prominently than in relationships, be they personal or professional. The arrogant individual consumed by their self-importance becomes oblivious to the feelings of those around them. The delicate balance of compromise and teamwork essential for any thriving relationship crumbles in the face of arrogance. Consider the impact on personal relationships, strained connections, broken trust, and an emotional distance that widens with each display of arrogance. In the professional realm, collaboration becomes a casualty as the arrogant dismiss the input of others, undermining the very essence of teamwork. Now let's get into the erosion of respect and empathy. Arrogance begets a lack of respect for others, a toxic disregard for the opinions and contributions of those who surround us. This erosion of respect transcends professional spheres, seeping into the personal interactions and leaving a trail of fractured connections. Moreover, arrogance is the antithesis of empathy. The inability to understand and appreciate the perspective of others fosters a toxic environment where communication falters and relationships wither. The seeds of understanding cannot take root in the barren soil of arrogance. And that's why arrogance and the root to its failure is inevitable. Now, in this grand tapestry of personal and professional success, arrogance stands as a formidable obstacle and opponent. The correlation between arrogance and failure is undeniable. As countless stories attest to the downfall of those who let their ego dictate their actions, picture a leader unwilling to listen to the advice of their team, confident in their own infallibility. Now, the result of this is a series of poor decisions that lead to organizational chaos and ultimately failure. Arrogance blinds us to our shortcomings, preventing the course correction necessary for sustained success. But there can always be a call to humility. Now, as we navigate this exploration of arrogance, it is essential to recognize the antidote, humility. See, humility is not a weakness, but a strength, a force that allows us to acknowledge our imperfections, learn from our mistakes, and cultivate meaningful relationships. And boy, people, don't I know this all too well. See, in conclusion to this episode, the reason why I even bring this topic up is because the ego has a way of deceiving us, and arrogance is like its best friend, its brother, its sister, its confidant, its comrade. And sometimes when working together, they can masquerade themselves to almost become invisible to the self-aware individual that becomes unaware of this toxic behavior. So it's very important that we understand this, because in conclusion, let us reflect on the profound truth that arrogance is our worst enemy. It is a pervasive force that undermines our potential for success, damages relationships, and hinders personal growth. The antidote lies in self-awareness, in the willingness to embrace humility as a guiding principle and force. To all my listeners, I extend the challenge to you. Examine your own attitudes. Confront any seeds of arrogance within and embark on a journey towards genuine self-improvement. As we strive to be architects of our success, let humility be the cornerstone upon which we build lasting achievements. And with that being said, when you live in the present, there's always an opportunity for a new beginning. So join us on this next episode as we explore strategies to overcome arrogance and foster personal growth. And I want to thank you for tuning in to the Network of Awareness. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to rate and leave a review if you listen on Apple Podcasts or on Spreaker. And please subscribe to us on Spreaker so that you can get our live episodes when they come out. And also, stay tuned for more insightful discussions on navigating the complexities of toxic human behavior. And if you have any episodes or would like to share an episode that you want me to discuss or some topics that you want me to cover, please feel free to leave those messages on networkofawareness.com or within the review box on Apple or on Spreaker. Or you can make those comments whenever we post reels in Instagram or post on TikTok as well. So thank you for joining me on this introspective voyage on the perilous path of arrogance. Until next time, people, may we all navigate the complex terrain of human behavior with wisdom, empathy, and unwavering commitment to self-awareness. So don't look for the light at the end of the tunnel, because the light is and always will be within you. So light up the tunnel and find your way through the darkness. This is ORRA, the Informationalist, your faithful host, signing off. Peace, love, and light.